We're live. So, welcome everybody. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Adrian,
And I'm Mary. How are you doing?
and we're so excited that you've joined us for our third Life and Lattes. Mary, do you want to tell them a little bit about Life and Lattes?
Yes, we meet.
You're good. Okay. Well, I don't know. Mary might have lost her mic. Okay, so anyway, so Life and Lattes is a our monthly live that we do, and we start the first 30 minutes here on YouTube till like 8:30. I don't know, Mary.
Sorry,
You're
I had a
okay.
I had a lot of technical issues going on.
You're fine. So and then at 8:30 to like 9:15ish, we go into a private Zoom. So we're gonna drop the Zoom link in the chat so you guys have it by the end of the meeting. But if you want to just have it all the time, you can go ahead to lifeagogo.com/join. And then once you're on the newsletter list, you'll get all the meeting information automatically sent to you. Again, it's 100% free to attend the Life and Latte. So we hope that you guys will join us in the future as well. Mary, are you back with us yet?
Yes, I am. Hi.
Awesome. So, Mary, we kind of have our life update, just kind of what's going on in the world. So I thought for tonight it would be fun to do kind of like seasonal updates. Like, what are some cool ideas that you've seen, things that you've observed this holiday season?
Sure. Well, a couple of things, and I keep seeing it over and over again. Something called the Nona's Christmas, and it's this whole return to simplicity and making it easier at Christmas and kind of that whole vintage feel. I've also heard it called the Ralph Lauren Christmas,
Yeah.
and I have mixed feelings about that. I'm not convinced things got any simpler, but I would like it to be. But I do like the look. I like the traditional red and green and gold and silver and tartans and poinsettias and live greenery and all of that. I like all of that. So I don't have a theme ever. Our Christmas is just summer Christmas. Our house is,
Christmas is the theme.
yes, Christmas is the theme.
Awesome. All right. So cool. And then, Mary, you have been doing a lot of crafts for charities. So I
Yes.
know you had a couple hacks for that this year.
Yeah, we actually, my friend who is much cleverer than I am, she showed me how to do all these things. But it is amazing what you can get at one of these very inexpensive places and just zhuzh them up. I mean, we took, I have one right in front of me. I have to go get one, I guess. A simple little dollar metal sign that said welcome, wrapped it in Christmas ribbon and glued some artificial greenery and some berries. And it was a huge hit. And we just had tons of those that we did. And a friend of mine took a simple plastic Christmas ornament and crocheted the cozy around it, essentially, and then added sprigs of just greenery. And they were a huge hit. And it takes a bit of time, but we had it's a blast. It's amazing what you do when you can just zhuzh up very simple things. So,
Awesome.
I can grab them if you want me to later. I can show and tell.
Yeah, sure. That'd be awesome. So
All right.
I've been working with a lot of different groups and they're doing the holiday parties this time of year. And it really kind of interesting. In the one group, they were going to do a white elephant with like a $25 like bring a white elephant exchange.
Mm-hmm.
And then they decided like, no, let's just have a catered dinner for $25. And it's like, there's that simplicity factor. Like I was like, yes, I think they had a taco truck and margaritas. I mean, it sounded much better than going to Walmart trying to find the appropriate $25 white elephant gift, right?
And that's the problem. The nature of a white elephant gift is like something that it used to be something that you didn't really want. That's why it was a white elephant.
Yeah.
And it's like, why would anybody else want it?
And it's one
So,
more to-do list item,
yeah.
so I think that
Mhm.
that was cool. The other thing that they did do though is, which was fun, is they had a Talladega party. Have you heard of this?
No.
It's I think it's like the youngins are doing it these days.
I guess so, because I have not heard of a Talladega
But
party.
Basically what they're doing, sorry, I lost you there. Basically what they're doing is they go out, and so it's like a potluck idea, but what you do is you go to like popular fast food chains and get items from there. So like maybe you get 30 tacos from Taco Bell, or maybe you do chips and dips from Chipotle. And so like everybody's bringing something that's like professionally prepared, which is kind of nice with the era of allergens, and just kind of potlucks always have that little bit of a grunge factor to them.
Mhm.
So this is just, I thought that was kind of a cool idea that they had.
Oh, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah. And then the other party idea, now this one is a little bit more like if you want to do the gifts exchange, and they kind of, I think it's also kind of like a spin on the white elephant idea, but you do your favorites. And so you bring like one or two of your favorite items within that price point, obviously.
Mhm.
And then you can kind of share to the group like why you think that product's amazing. And then people can like fight over getting that product. So
Oh.
everybody goes home with two high quality products, or one or two depending on how you do it, but everybody gets a high quality product at the end of the night.
Oh, I love that. You know what? I just flashed on something when you were saying that, and I thought, you know what would be cool is this way you don't have to go buy anything. Is basically you get a like, and it would be a swap type thing. Is you get a contribution for like your favorite charity,
Oh
but
yeah.
then you get to steal, keep, swap, and then it's your name and you get to take the tax write off. But in the end, everybody's contributing money to whatever charity. I don't know.
Well,
It's
that'd
kind
be
of a
fun, like to do with like a minute to win a game, or
yeah.
there's this new show my mom and I've been watching called 99 to Beat. Have you seen that?
Mm-mm.
It's basically they got 100 people, or 99, I guess, and you're, yeah, 100, and so then you have to do like simple things, but they're not so simple. Like you have to, I don't know, bead spaghetti, like bead three noodles onto a spaghetti straw at the fastest. And
Okay.
then whoever's the slowest loses. So it'd be kind of fun to be like, okay, whoever wins this game gets $5 for their charity. And then at the end of the night, you just divvy up the prize pool.
Mm-hmm.
But
And
it's
I
really
just
good.
think the charity gets money. You don't have to take home anything else. Nobody had to buy anything. Nobody had to go out and do anything. I don't know. I think it's kind of a cool idea.
Mm-hmm.
I
Well,
think,
I mean, you would feel like a celebrity. You would feel
yeah.
like a celebrity because you're like literally doing what celebrities do. You're going on a game show to compete for your charity.
Mm, yeah. Yeah. That's kind of neat. I like that.
So
I
it's
like
kind of
that
a fun. I
idea.
like that idea, Mary. You need to name it something cool so we can be so we can become famous for that. That's how we'll go viral on YouTube.
Yes.
Just
We'll
a
come up with this
Mary's
really cute
charity
charity.
fundraiser event.
Yes. Mary's charity swap. Hey,
Mary's
Mary
charity swap.
charity swap. Oh, Merry
Ooh,
Mary charity swap.
look
Ooh,
at
there we
you.
go.
Look at you.
Oh.
All right. So we'll see if there's any, I don't see any questions yet in the live, just a couple hellos from everybody. So we're glad that you're joining us. Um, so we did have a pre-submitted question,
Hmm.
and this one I think hits home for me too. It's how do I decorate without dragging out 5 bins and wrecking the house for a month? Because I have a bin. It's been over a month. It's still sitting there.
Okay. Okay. 5 bins and not wreck the house for a month. Okay. Um, well, I have, let's see. I would have some questions. Okay. So what is bothering you more? The clutter or not being Christmassy enough? And I don't like the word Christmassy, but I didn't know how else to say it. That's
Yeah,
my
me
first
too.
thought is it clutter or because you're going to have to balance one or the other, you know? The other piece is looking at, um, do you have help? And I would really recommend if you're frustrated over and over again, then bring one bin at a time down, do the contents, and then that bin goes back into storage and you bring the next bin out. And
Mhm.
hopefully at the end of the day, you've completed your process, particularly if you have pre-labeled the bins. And I love those sticky things where you can just put the index card in and change it from time to time. And you already know this is the kitchen stuff, or this is the tree stuff, or this is the living room stuff. It also sounds like there's a whole lot of decorating going on. So
Mhm.
really decide how much, is it, do you really need to have the kitchen, I'm sorry, the towels in the bathroom be Christmas towels? I mean, you don't have to. You could just go with white or red, but you kind of got to decide. And to me, it sounds like that they're frustrated. They're frustrated that they can't get the stuff put back up. And my question also is, are they storing it someplace that makes it hard to put away.
Yeah.
Because everyone will make an effort to get something out. People just don't make an effort to put it back. And that might be the problem, is make sure you have a space, at least for the Christmas time, that it's easy to store it back away until you put it maybe in the long term for the next 11-month storage.
Mm-hmm.
And then you don't have all of that clutter. But if you get out one bin and use it, and that gives you an opportunity to evaluate, do I really want to do all this? I know this year I really kind of slimmed down our decorations. You know, the mantle has one thing, and I just really kind of slimmed down, and I like it better because things are not overloaded and you can see and recognize that. But that's a couple of things. And, you know, are you willing to purge? You know, I mean, some of this may no longer be of use to you. It's not your style. It's not your aesthetic. It's you haven't used it in years. What an opportunity to purge and give it to somebody who may just really love it and looking for it or want it.
Yeah.
And do you have help? A lot of times people, particularly women, feel really alone when they're decorating.
Mm-hmm.
So can you call on your spouse or your gal pal or whatever to come over and help you through the bin, help decorate, and then maybe go over to their house and decorate?
Yeah.
You know,
Or
make it
hire someone. There's
or
a
hire
lot of
someone.
services. And
There are
this is something
tons.
too, like teens could help with, you know?
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely. Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I think what you said though, it's really the bin packing. And so for me, I have an issue with that because, like, you know, it's Christmas time, so we only access it once. We do have like the bigger bins that we probably should.
Mm-hmm.
But I think having those smaller bins by category really helps with this process. And
Yes.
also the fact that you don't have to have it decorated all month. Like I decorate mine because I do enjoy it, and like I keep some of my stuff up. You know, like at my Christmas village. You know, it's wintry, so it can just stay up. You know, I removed some of the pieces out of it after Christmas, but like you could put like some of your snowman decor and some of your, you know, not exactly a particular holiday towels in that later bin, and then pull that out after Christmas. So you can put like some of your stuff up later and enjoy it into like January and February.
Oh, absolutely. In fact, a lot of because February is red and white. So a lot of things I just kind of evolve and take away the more Christmas images and leave like the red and silver and white balls or whatever, because it's still February for Valentine's. So it just evolves very nicely.
And our
But
number one contributing fan,
yes,
according to YouTube analytics, they said that this reminds them of the earlier video you did, and I think it's the Halloween storage one, which was holiday storage, but we did around Halloween, about being mindful of how to pack this year for next year.
yeah,
So perhaps you could bring up one tote for one room and then go back for the next tote.
yeah, which is what I talked about, is doing one toted, one box, one bag, whatever at a time.
Or go
And
for just bulk chaos, you know?
yeah, and that
I think as a visual organizer, Mary, you're a visual organizer too. Different, but we're both visual. I think like having the extra holiday decor does add a little bit of extra stress though too.
which I think why I kind of minimized this year, because it's not so visually overwhelming. Because I, as you can see in the background, I like red anyhow.
You
So I
do.
have red all throughout my house all year round. So all I do is I bring in some greenery and put it in the bowl, or like I said, I just have one little thing on the mantle. We have the Christmas tree. I have something on the dining room table, which it literally was a platter, and I put a sleigh on top of it and stuck some greenery in it. But I haven't done much of anything in the kitchen this year. Well, part of it is because our kitchen's torn up. My husband's working on the what's that? Drywall. He's having to repair the drywall. But I don't think I would have done that. Maybe change the tablecloth. But for me, it's really turning out to be more visually peaceful and enjoyable, because I can just kind of focus in on one or two things versus just overwhelmed. Like I didn't decorate any of the banisters or stairs in our house because I'm just going to hang the stockings from the little runners, and that's it. I'm not going to put swags or anything, like I usually have done. So I'm just a little happier this year with the way I did it, and I gave away a bunch of stuff. So
yeah, and I mean, and you can also just do more next year. Like every year is different. That's kind of fun too.
yeah. Oh yeah, I never decorate this.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm done.
All right, so we got another question for you, Mary. or I guess for both of us, but what actually needs to be done before Christmas and what can wait? So just, I guess, kind of like that overwhelm. Obviously, we don't know what you personally need to do,
Mhm.
but I know that I have this problem at the end of the year. So, like, when I get to the end of the year, I have like I think that college mentality, like finals. Like my mom would call me and be like, "Oh, are you excited to come home in 2 days?" And you're like, "Oh my gosh, don't tell me it's 2 days. Like I still have to pack and do 8 papers and take a test and whatever else
Mhm.
we had to do in college. Return the
Mhm.
books." And we always had this laundry list, and you had this energy, and you were just able to push through because you also knew you were going to relax at the end of the holiday. And I feel like that now, and I think I know we talk a lot about the fall energy and getting into
Mhm.
projects and all that stuff, but for me it's like I kind of feel guilty because like I want to watch the movies, I want to bake the cookies, or well not really, but
Mhm.
I want to want to do the holiday stuff, that
Mhm.
seasonal like that. But I feel like when the end of the year comes, I got a lot of stuff with my business going on. I got a lot of personal stuff. Like, some reason my oil change is always due in December. Like, gotta change that a little bit.
Yeah.
But like I kind of almost want to lean into the energy because it's like this deadline's coming. Like it's a very
Mhm.
real deadline. Like the end of the year is coming. And I find that I just kind of celebrate more now after Christmas.
Mhm. Well, I love that you recognizing your energy is huge because we talked about that way back in the fall videos of the fall energy. And when you say, yeah, what needs to be done? Well, honestly, yeah, nothing. If you don't want to, nothing has to be done. It's all that pressure that internal and external expectations we put on ourselves about Christmas. And I love the fact that you celebrate more on the backside. And actually, I really appreciate that because so many things are crammed into the 2 weeks leading up to Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
People are just, they're exhausted. They're not even enjoying parties because they're just going from thing to thing. The parties and the chorale and the concert and the this, that, and the other. And so to take advantage of that end of the year energy, and I agree, you're right. I think we talked about this. For at least a minimum of 12, 13, 14 years. For some of us, it was 14, 18, 21 years that where we were in school, we work around semesters. Our brains at this
Mm-hmm.
point are wired for a semester. And you're right, at the end of the December is like we're kind of winding down and we want to keep going. So doing so many things like Christmas, really old Christmas goes to January 6th. There's nothing stopping
That's true.
anybody from celebrating. And I'm not going to get marshmallows done in the next week, but somewhere between now and February, I bet you we can make fabulous homemade marshmallows, which is what I love when everybody's not so crazy, and take them to people's houses and whatnot, and really actually get to visit and extend the holidays. Um, it's not all just one and done on the 25th of December.
Yeah.
You know, we
Yeah.
can,
I don't know. But it is
well,
kind of nice. And some of the exhibits and stuff are still open too. Although I do feel like I get the whole holidays over, move on, so you do have to balance that. But for me, I'm like, I'm getting so much done this week. Like, I just got to lean into that.
mhm,
At first, it's stuff
yeah,
I should have been doing. But, now we have the energy.
yeah. And we talk about when you have the energy, go for it. So do what you
Yeah.
can do. But what needs to be done, I mean, everything can wait except if a bill is due. You know what I mean? It's like everything we do is really kind of optional, except for we all know what's not optional. We have to
Yeah.
get up, we have to go to work, we have to keep our appointments. But everything else is something we decide to do. And when we say yes to something, that means we have to say no to something else. So decide, pick your
That's no
battles,
fun, Mary. It's no fun.
pick your stuff.
Um, I think too though is like do the brain dump. Like set a timer for 5 minutes because you always think of everything important like at minute 4.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and just try to write down everything and then just highlight what actually is critical because it's probably not that much. Like I always think, oh, there's so much, and I'm like, okay, what is really, really critical? And it's usually like very few items.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, but I mean, it is a great time to motivate. The end of the year is coming. You got this energy. You may have company coming, which is always a motivator. Like,
Mm-hmm.
just get it done. Feel the energy, and then, but just make sure
Yeah,
you relax on the other side of it.
that's right. On the back
On the
side,
flip
it's to
side,
sit back and
yeah, you're
enjoy it.
Your flip side sounds a little busy. Mine a little bit less.
My flip side, yeah, yeah. I'm
um,
kind of busy all the time.
so speaking of being busy, we've been working on our energy, I guess. We've been working on our organizing series.
Yeah.
So that it's ready for anybody who gets that January organizing bug. So do you want to tell them a little bit about what we've accomplished so far?
Yeah, and it's really exciting. We've already released one. Okay, so we're a little different from others. We started with the mindset. I think a lot of organizing videos just jump right in, okay, you do this, this, and this. And we really have done, and I encourage everybody to see all of them. And I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Started with the mindset of where you kind of set your intention, your why, think about some of the challenges, and how you can succeed at doing this, and kind of prepping your brain and prepping your space. We've done 2 videos. We divided the decluttering portion into 2 videos, and one is kind of the once again the instruction, and the second one is actually step by step how to do it. And then we're going to do an excuse me, we have the organizing video and then the optimizing video. And that
Yeah.
also is, people don't talk a lot about that, is the optimizing, and the fact that this is an ongoing cycle, that because things always come in your house every day, you're going to always be kind of going through the organizing, or rather decluttering, organize, and optimize.
And
And,
maintain. Yeah.
Mhm.
And maintain. I think that's
And
kind of like
maintaining. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Organize, maintain, and optimize and maintain. But it
So
gets
yeah, and
easier
the
and easier and
optimize. Oh, I'm so sorry.
no, I just said it gets easier and easier and easier because you're building your muscles to declutter, organize, maintain, and optimize. Every time it just gets a little bit easier, also because you have fewer and fewer things, or your things are going out of your house much faster.
Yeah, definitely. And the optimize is really something fun that this group has had a lot of fun with. During the summer. We do like the productivity level up challenges.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's kind of something that we talk about, but just more in detail to like the room or the space that you're actually organizing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, so the first video on the total mindset is out. And then
Mm-hmm.
this week we're going to do the decluttering, like kind of like our best tips and tricks. Like we do go through the process, but then we have a more tangible example coming the following week. So again, we don't expect you to be watching it on Christmas, though you're welcome to. But we will be having them ready for whenever that new year, clear it all out energy gets to you.
And I
So yeah,
think really
go
people
ahead.
get excited at the end of the year into the new year of like, yep, let's do it. This is the year. And it is.
Yeah, it is. Um, and also it's a good time, like if you have all your holiday stuff out now, maybe a good time to also do your storage room spaces, like where you store the
Mm-hmm.
holiday stuff, because you already have it out, you know?
Yeah. And evaluate, declutter, let it go. If
Yeah.
it's not serving you anymore, wave it bye-bye. You know?
Yes. So we have just a few minutes left, Mary. We'll check if there doesn't look like there's any extra questions right now. But we will be going to our Zoom live. So Mary's gonna actually drop off here in a minute or two to go help us get that set up. So basically we have the link in the chat, and then every month we do where we kind of have the summary video now and then any live questions, but then we go to Zoom, and that's just where we can kind of let our hair down and just have like nitty gritty conversations, and the whole internet doesn't have to know about them. So,
Right.
any questions, anything that you want to share, or if you just want to, chat, you're more than welcome to come. Tonight we're actually going to be playing like a fun virtual white elephant game, so I'm excited to see how that is going to turn out. And then our next live is going to be Wednesday, January 14th. We try to keep them the third Wednesday of the month.
Mm-hmm.
And that's gonna be same time. And we're actually trying to do an organizing like phonathon, like the old fashioned like call in kind of a phonathon.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody will get a max of 5 minutes, and we'll be answering any organizing or decluttering questions that you have. So feel free to submit those in advance or send your photos to our email address, which is hello@lifegogo.com, dashes in between. And we'll put those in the notes for the live once it publishes here on YouTube. So.
Yay. I'm going to drop off. Bye, everybody.
All right. Yep. We're going to drop off, and we guys will see you over in Zoom here in a minute.